Welcome to 5th grade book talks for May. Hello, 5th graders. Are you ready to hear about some awesome books for May? And yes, it is Sarah, the book talk librarian from the Saratoga Springs Public Library. Want a scary book to read? Well, here is Whispering Pines. Ray's father has vanished without a trace, and Ray knows that he didn't run off. He was taken. Now it's a year later, and Ray and her mother moved to Whispering Pines to start a new life. Unfortunately, Whispering Pines is a weird place. There are sinkholes, you cannot go into the woods, and kids are disappearing. And some come back very different. Beware, this book is scary. Whispering Pines by Heidi Lang. Willow and her parents have just moved into a new house and they are so excited. Unfortunately, the house is already inhabited by ghosts, and a couple of these ghosts don't want Willow's family living there. But here's the thing. Willow, unlike most people, can actually see the ghosts, and Willow does not want to move. Now she must make sure that the ghosts don't upset her parents. Forever Home by Jenna Ayub. Have you ever wished that you could have a do-over for something that happens in your life? Zoe is trying to do just that with her best friend Laura. Well, actually, at the start of 7th grade, Laura and Zoe aren't best friends. They're not even really friends. But Zoe is having a hard time coming to terms with this. And on the first day of 7th grade, it is really horrible for Zoe. But she discovers a mysterious app on her phone that will let her return to any point in time for which she has a photo. Will this chance at a retake really help Zoe's life? Retake by Jen Calanita. Wes loves his neighborhood and hanging out with his friends. He even lives in the same house that his mother grew up in. But he is getting tired of it when his mother makes him go to all those social justice protests and rallies. However, everything changes when a wealthy developer offers to buy up the homes in Wes's neighborhood. Some of the families decide to sell. Now he must take a stand to save the neighborhood that he loves. Take Back the Block by Crystal Giles. Florian is an expert at solving mysteries. He uses his theory called TOAST, theory of all small things. Small details add up to the big picture. When the book opens, he is actually employed by the FBI, but he didn't start out that way. Florian, along with his friend Margaret, used TOAST in a mystery that involves the National Gallery in Washington, D.C., the FBI, and a criminal syndicate. If you like mysteries, read this book, Framed by James Ponti. Mars' friend Aurora has disappeared, and no one, including his group of friends, seems too concerned. That is until other 6th graders from their middle school start to go missing. It gets even stranger when Mars hears clues to the disappearances in his favorite podcast. It's like the podcaster is speaking directly to Mars. I won't tell you anything else about this action-packed mystery, except that if you like this book, you will love the podcast that it is based on. The Unexplained Disappearance of Mars Patel by Sheila Chari. This spooky book starts with a toddler wandering out of his house in the middle of the night. Why? Something very sinister happens to his family. The toddler wanders into a graveyard, which will become his home. This book is about that boy, Nobody Owens, or Bod. He is raised by ghosts, and the book is all about his adventures in the graveyard. The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. When Pippa gets a mysterious basketball scholarship to an expensive private school, she decides to reinvent herself, to be popular and to impress her crush. Unfortunately, this doesn't go according to her plan, because Pippa's lies are catching up with her. Pippa Park Raises Her Game by Erin Yun. All of these books are available to borrow from the Saratoga Springs Public Library, and most are available on Overdrive and the Libby app. Happy reading!